Hello Capricorn, how's my Capricorns doing? Welcome to your reading for November of 2023. Let's see what we've got going on for my Capricorns. Too many cards wanted to jump out of the deck, so I'm not gonna read those. What do we have going on for Capricorn, November 2023? So lately, now I don't know if this is a message that I'm supposed to deliver to my viewers or if it's directly for me, but literally I've been being bombarded with messages and dreams that have to do with black leopards, or panthers, which panthers are usually a black leopard. So you might want to look up the spiritual meaning of black leopards and what that means for you. Right off the top of my head, as far as I know, it talks about tapping into your feminine energy. It's connected to the moon. Some of your moods may shift with the phases and signs of the moon, possibly. It also talks about keeping your goals to yourself and moving silently in stealth mode, and also reminding you that it's okay to be a loner. You know, like, it's okay to do things by yourself, and you don't always have to be social. Nothing wrong with being social, but if you feel like you're being a grump because you want to hide lately, it's telling you it's perfectly okay to chill by yourself and just want to, recharge and just keep to yourself. I don't know if that's making any sense for any of you, and, with how you've been feeling lately. We just came out of eclipse season, and that's definitely highly, lunar energy, so that might have to do with the connection to the panther energy. And if you really feel connected to it and inclined to do so, you can always look up in your area where the local cat sanctuaries are, and you can donate to them, pay money for the admission to get in to go and see the cats, and if the proceeds go to taking care of them, it's kind of like honoring the furry beast. We've got the King of Cups that popped right up. Interesting. So we're talking about this moon energy, and the panther energy is very feminine, and then we've got the King of Cups. Cups energy is all about the water element and emotions, and that's all connected to the moon. Interesting how that works. So you feel very comfortable with your emotions lately. Like, you feel like you've got it together, you're emotionally stable, you feel like you're emotionally mature, you're very satisfied as far as your emotional life goes. Interesting. So for the card of what crosses you, we've got the Hierophant. So the Hierophant talks about, and it also could be what your, things that are helping you. It could be a hindrance or help, depending on, what the card is like. So the Hierophant talks about your faith, your religion, your spiritual beliefs, your spirituality. Could also be talking about a father figure. And another thing about the Hierophant, I forgot what I was gonna say. Maybe some of you have been feeling forgetful lately because you've been overloading yourselves, and that's why you want to hide right now. So the Hierophant also talks about tradition. So maybe something involving a tradition, or, something that's traditional or not traditional could have to do with this situation. I'm not really sure. I think maybe you're feeling very fulfilled emotionally, and because you've been able to be at peace as far as your emotions go, I feel like it's tuning you in to being more connected to your higher self, or God, or the universe. Because the emotions are at peace, you've been able to have more of a spiritual connection. Like, you may be going through a spiritual awakening right now, or some kind of revelation as far as your spiritual life goes, which would completely make sense with the panther energy. And we've got the Three of Swords in the reverse, so that talks about healing. The Three of Swords in the reverse is all about healing. So I feel like you've turned pain into wisdom, is what I'm getting out of this. Or maybe that's your goal. Like, maybe there was something tough that you dealt with in your life, and your main goal, instead of considering yourself a victim, you're thinking of yourself like, no, I'm a survivor, and you're turning pain into wisdom so that you can help heal other people and uplift others, rather than being in victim mode, which, if something crappy happened to you, you have every right to feel all of the emotions and whatnot. But then after that's all done, it's like, okay, what's next? And you chose healing, so that's excellent, Capricorn. And in the distant past, so maybe about 6 months ago or so, we've got, I love it, we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the upright that talks about enjoying the fruits of your labor, seeing how all your hard work paid off. Well, yeah, because whatever choices you made, maybe over the last 6 months to a year, it's allowed you to come into your peace emotionally, and then that also opened doors for you spiritually. I'm loving this reading for you, Capricorn. And then, in your recent past, we've got the King of Swords in the reverse. I don't know how else to say it, so I'm just gonna be blunt about it. Somebody was a dick. I mean, everybody runs into somebody that's a dick from time to time. But something recently happened where you thought, wow, this person's really an asshole, like cold. Like somebody was cold. And then in your near future, I feel like maybe from time to time this keeps you up at night and gives you anxiety, even though you're at peace. It comes to you in waves where it does still bother you once in a while, but compared to how things have, progressed over the last year, you've come so far. You know, you used to have a really, really hard time with this. Now, yes, you still think about it, yes, it still hurts, but it's so much better than it was. You've made so much progress in your healing. And then we've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse in your self position. So I feel like you did have a super tough time walking away from whatever this was. And in your environment, interesting, we've got the High Priestess in the reverse. So I feel like whatever this was messing with your peace. It was blocking. Now, every male and female has masculine and feminine energy. Whatever this was blocking your feminine side. It was blocking your feminine energy. Whoever and whatever this was in your environment was making you feel like you couldn't feel safe, and you were being, having information withheld from you, and being exploited in some way. I'm not sure what that means or what that has to do with. We do have the Nine of Cups, though, so regardless of whatever this was that went down, you are emotionally independent, and it also talks about a wish coming true. The Nine of Cups is all about emotional independence and being happy on your own. So whatever this was, you figured out how to heal and be happy on your own, because maybe you were the fix-it person, you were the healer, you were the one giving people the benefit of the doubt. This has come up in a lot of readings tonight. And you finally decided to work on you and heal you instead of worrying about healing the other person. And once you did that and you recognized your own patterns and you did some healing, then you were ready for the next step with emotional fulfillment, and that's why this time it's working out for you instead of repeating a cycle. Ever notice how a lot of times it's same bitch, different bodies, same assholes, just in different bodies? You feel like you've been dating the same bitch or the same asshole over and over. It's because something isn't healed in you and you keep attracting the same type of situation, even though you're not doing it on purpose and you don't know why, like it's not your fault. Then one day something clicks. And once you're aware of that, from that point forward, you can begin to heal yourself. So because you've healed yourself, you've entered a new phase, and that's what brought you this, your King of Cups, the Hierophant, the domino effect of healing so that you could become emotionally fulfilled within yourself. Then that opened doors for you spiritually. It's crazy how all these domino effects lead to new doors being opened. What's the outcome for my Capricorn? Like we even really need one, because things are looking really good for you. We've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So I think that maybe some of you have been debating, like, whatever went down with you and these past people or this past person, you really want to forgive for your own peace. And you've been debating, well, should I go as far as to maybe be friends with them again? Or, be on good terms with them somehow. It's saying, nope, don't do it. Be cordial or do what you have to do for your own peace, but don't let them in. Don't let them get close again. It's going to be the same crap over and over. And even though you've evolved and you've grown emotionally and you've matured, they haven't really grown or leveled up like you have, and that's why you had to leave them behind. You're right here at the same level with the person. Sometimes they keep growing, they stay in the same spot, you gotta leave them there. If they're not coming up too, sometimes it gets left behind and you're moving on to the next phase. And that is how it is. So if you've been debating having a relationship, a friendship, or whatever with this person again, go ahead and be cordial if you end up running into them or whatever, but I would not, make the effort to, form a relationship with them again. I wouldn't do it, Capricorn. The universe and fate took you out of that situation for a reason. It was divine timing for your own protection, and I think you're doing great. So I hope this resonated for you. If it doesn't make any sense, it's not your story. Check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Alright, Capricorn, well, I hope you have a great month of why the hell do I keep saying June or July? Maybe June and July mean something for you significant. November, we're in November now. Boy, this year went by fast. Anyhow, have a great November of 2023. Thank you so much for watching, Capricorn.